everybody, welcome to a Create-a-Sim video. As you can see, we have a familiar face here. So these are my first 4 not-so-berry generations. We've got Zek, my mint gen, got Flannery, my rose gen, who is an alien, so here is her disguise. We've got Aster, who is half alien. And we've got, and she's my yellow gen, and Brock is my gray gen. And I have seen people such as the wonderful Claire Siobhan, who is an inspiration to us all, who play Not So Berry especially, do a gender bend of their heirs when they have had a certain amount of them under their belts, and I'm gonna do that too. I have 4 heirs right now. I'm about to move on to my 5th. I am going to just gender bend all of them because why not? I have made many a mint gen lady in my time, but this is my mint gem. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mint gen man is very happy with Zek. Zek is actually seriously one of my favorite Sims that I've had. I adore Zek so much. Okay, well, we have turned Zek into a lady. Definitely looks like Zek. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of adjusting here probably. I'm only gonna do 1 everyday outfit for each of the gender bends. So here is Lady Zek. Let's get a... I think I had Zek's eyelashes be black. Like, almost like he had dyed his hair. Let me get the skin details on, actually. I need to take a look and see what skin details I had, because I know that Zek had vitiligo, and so did Flannery, and Aster also had vitiligo. I'm gonna keep their names, I think, because I think I'm just gonna change the pronouns. So let's see. Let me get the... Okay, so I believe it was this one. And then you had vitiligo. This is the vitiligo you had, but I think we need to go a little darker. Yeah, I think that's the one. Let me do a double check and make sure. Yep, that is exactly it. Okay, so Lady Zek looking good so far. So let's get the rest of those skin details on. My style has changed a bit since I started playing this series, so it hasn't changed too terribly much, but it has changed enough that when I got these first 4 generations into Create-a-Sim, I definitely had to do a little bit of adjusting. Okie dokie. So let's get your eyebrows done. Zek had kind of bushy eyebrows. I think I went like with something like that, but I have more eyebrows now, so I think I'm gonna go that one. Now we have an eyelash category. And I need to make sure I have one that plays nicely with glasses because he has glasses. So probably this one. Now we need to get the glasses on so I can make sure that I give a hair that works. These are the glasses. They kind of are lifting off of off of the nose, but oh, actually maybe it's this one. I'm gonna go with these. They are kind of lifting off of your nose, but we'll just work with it. It's fine. So Zek has straight hair. I have a lot of other hair options now that have like the mint color, which is nice because we didn't really have that much when I started this series. I know there's a lot of A-Hoo pairs now that come with the mint swatch, so I kind of want to look at those first. It's a lot of the newer ones that have the mint swatch, so let's go look at those. Ooh, that's cute, actually. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. Oh, we've even got a little color there. That's so adorable. This is really cute. My goodness. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love the way that they did this. This kind of looks like toothpaste, honestly. Like, seriously, look at that. She really just looks like a female Zek. It's kind of cool. I don't think I want to go with one of those. That's really cute, too. I'm kind of digging, like, the shorter hair. Like, one of these, maybe? Okay, these don't have the mint swatch, but this one does. Gosh, these are so pretty. I'm really glad that A. Harris O'Brittany has actually gone through and given these swatches to their hairs, because these are so good. I'm really happy to have more mint color options as well. A lot of their hairs are a little extra nowadays, but I still like it. Ooh, I really like this. I kind of like this. I feel like it's giving me the same kind of vibe that Zek's actual hair gives me, so I think I'm gonna go with this. And I'm only doing the everyday outfit, so. You had some kind of short earrings. I feel like Zek is the kind of person, regardless of gender, to just want to keep things, like, they're materialistic, but they also are a scientist. And they don't want to, like, risk having anything get caught while they're in the lab, so they would keep their earrings kind of less fancy. Gold was never really your color, but black and maybe we'll go in the middle. A little darker. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's get some mint colored clothes here. That's really cute, actually, and I like that a lot. So I'm gonna go with that. Then probably either some cropped pants or... I'm not a big fashion person, can you tell? I try to experiment with different styles and it just... I don't understand fashion. I like comfy things, and I feel like most of my Sims also like comfy things. But I'm trying to branch out a lot. I really am trying to experiment with different styles and aesthetics, and trying to make sure I don't have like same fashion syndrome with my Sims. Trying to find something that kind of works with me. I love these pants. I think I want to go with the jean version of those though. Yeah. Just like make the jeans a little bit more mint colored. And then some probably short socks. I think when I was playing Zek, I went, oh, this actually works. This pack did not exist yet when I was playing Zek, so get you some cute nails, my darling. Oh, it's so cute. Again, but it's cute, but it's also practical. There we go. I don't think... Did Zek have any tattoos? I don't remember if he did or not. Okay, I'm going to take his shirt off and see if he has any. I don't know that. I don't know for sure that he does. Oh, he does, actually. He has an arm sleeve, so we're gonna need to get that on our girl here. And also a necklace and some makeup, probably. Probably nothing too fancy though. You know, she can be a fancy lady. She can do whatever she wants. I like this actually. So let's, oh, it's too... Okay, there we go. That kind of works. And then I do want to get her some makeup on, and then we want to get that arm tattoo, that sleeve. There we go. We got some mint colored eyeshadow. Some kind of... Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And I'll probably go with something pretty. I really love this kit by Cryptic Sim. I think this is where we're gonna go with that. Very simple. We need to get you a bracelet, my dude, my girl, my sweetie. Ma'am. Mommy. I don't think... I feel like... Yeah, she's materialistic and she likes, you know, fancy things, but also she does know better than to keep her expensive fancy things near the lab equipment, so she's a sensible materialistic person. Alright, well here is our female Zek, Noberry, who is or was the founder of My Not So Berry. So for Flannery, we're only going to do her disguise, and we're going to make... Oh, I can't change anything. Okay, I have to change the alien form, and then I will change... There we go. Now, Flannery is a twin, so you might, you know, go into this thinking, isn't she just gonna look like Rory? And to that I say, probably. She already kind of looking like Rory a bit. She was a little chunky when we started. When I with the version that I got from my gallery. She did end up losing a ton of weight though. And getting very, very muscular by the end of her life. Now, appearance is like everything for her. Or for him. Because Flannery was a politician, and appearance was extremely important for Flannery. We also had the brow vitiligo. It was literally just on the end of the brow, so I think it was this one, just because that's where the vitiligo crossed over. Honestly, Flannery is one of my prettiest Rose gens ever, and definitely was my favorite Rose gen to play. I'm very happy to be revisiting her a bit. So Flannery was my Rose gen. She had a very strong romantic relationship with a boy from her high school, Felix, and they broke up when she decided she wanted to just go and get right into the workforce, and he wanted to go to university, so he ended up going to university with her brother Rory, and she ended up just going right to San Myshuno and getting right into the politician career. She ended up sort of being tricked into getting engaged to her boss, and that's when Felix came back into the picture, because one of Flannery's exes, who eventually became part of a throuple with her and Felix, called Rory and let him know, hey, I don't think she's thinking this through. I don't think she's making the right decision. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to do this, but she feels like she's trapped. So that ended up getting Rory to call Felix and let him know, hey, this is happening. And I don't think either of us want to see this happen for Flannery. It was like the night before the wedding, and she and Felix reunited, had a wonderful little New Year's celebration, and ended up woohooing, which resulted in Flannery becoming pregnant with our third gen, Aster. Flannery would have something very neat and presentable. I don't think, I guess we could go Leon Kennedy with her. Nah, I don't feel like that's appropriate there. Not necessarily appropriate, just doesn't work for what I am thinking. I think we can go with some Johnny Sims here. Johnny Sims has a lot of really nice hairs for males and females. She kind of has like wavy hair, like a little bit of curly at the end. So I think something like that would be nice, but if I don't find it, then I don't. But yes, Flannery eventually, after declaring that she was going to be running against her former boss, and her former fiance, she ended up winning and becoming the president of the sim world. And she was the president for a very long time. But she's also an alien. So, her father, Zek, got alien impregnated with twins. Her and her brother, Rory. I remember when I found out it was twins, and I was just, oh my god. I was thinking maybe we'd have 2 kids, and this just didn't happen. Or like, it's messy, but it's kind of like a controlled messy. Kind of like the shading on this. That's really nice. I kind of want to get something that's kind of, you know, it looks like a bit of a business person sort of thing. Felix was in business. He grew up with a single mom and a little sister, and he made it his life goal to make sure that his family would never go hungry or not have things provided for them. Hence why he went into college to get into the business career, and he reached the top with that. I like facial hair on my dudes. I think the only one that I was okay with not having facial hair was Zek for a while, and then even he became facial hair. So we need for him to have, I don't know, would he go clean shaven? Would he have like a, I feel like a lot of presidents kind of go clean shaven. Like if they do have any facial hair, it's very clean. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do any facial hair. I don't know if he would have any piercings. Like obviously Flannery has pierced ears, but I feel like that is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having piercings as a male, but I feel like it's one of those things of wanting to look presentable for public appearances and all that fun stuff. So I feel like we're gonna go something very stylish. The unfortunate thing is my G shade tends to make reds look extremely bright, so my apologies if I blind you. I'm trying to choose the reds that aren't so blinding. Ooh, this kind of looks like the dress she was wearing. She really does just kind of look like Rory. Yeah. That doesn't look terrible. I also have some custom content that I can use. Oh, we could go with the Don Lothario kit. I haven't bought anything since Adventure Waits, and I won't buy anything until I know for sure that the Saudi Arabia deal isn't going through, but I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen yet. But if it does go through, I definitely won't be buying from EA anymore. This isn't bad. Oh, this is nice. Maybe we go with this from Get Together. I haven't even hit my CC stuff, really. Oh, that's cute. And that's not CC. Oh, that's really cute too. Yeah, whatever I give to Flannery, it's gonna be very like posh and preppy and kind of formal, bordering on formal. Business casual, I guess. That's so bright. My eyes. Ow. Ooh, that's pretty. You know, I think I'll take that because that's more of a deeper rose color. And then we can just get you some nice business casual pants. You know what always goes good with this are the Don Lothario pants. The ones that come with his kit. I'm gonna go black though. And then usually I see like a watch. So maybe we'll get like a black watch. Definitely need to change those shoes. So we're probably gonna go black on those as well. I try not to go super overwhelming with some of these colors because they can be extremely overwhelming. There we go. You're adorable. Your chin is not chinning, but, you know, you're still adorable. And we have... I forgot to get the sleeve tattoo. Oops. That was my bad. So we've got Flannery Noberry as a dude. I'm gonna go back and give Zek the tattoo. So now Zek has her tattoo back. So our third one is Aster. Now Aster is gender fluid. So while Aster mainly presents as female, she kind of flip-flopped between she, her, and they, them for the most part. I rarely ever saw her go to he, him pronouns. We had a little bit of male representation there too, but let's look and see what would a male, like a masculine framed Aster would look like. Nice. You got the nose, you got, so Felix's nose, we got Felix's nose with Aster, and it just kind of kept passing down. So now it's the family nose. And you can kind of see that like Zek and Flannery kind of had the same nose. And then starting with Aster, we've had Felix's nose being passed down, which I love. Definitely looks very scrawny, which is kind of cute. I love Aster. Aster had a very, very strong relationship with her grandfather when she was growing up because her mom and her dad were always so busy with their jobs. So she mostly ended up spending a lot of time with her grandfather, Zek. It really hit her super hard when her grandfather passed away. She wasn't really supposed to have that much of a relationship with her mom, and I feel like she didn't, but it's kind of hard to not have a close relationship with your kid. She also had two dads because she had her biological dad Felix, and then also had her stepdad Blue. So she had a really good relationship with Blue as well. So she technically did kind of have a really strong relationship before her grandpa died with her family, but it was definitely clear that she had a better relationship with her grandpa and was hit extremely hard when he passed away. And that is when her parents gave her dog Emil, because she needed a friend that could be there and not necessarily replace her grandfather, but definitely like be like her friend. So then Aster decided when she moved out of the family home that she wanted to move into this little shack and slowly start to restore it and make it into the dream home. Dude, Aster as a male is really freaking cute. I love it. You are adorable. There we go. That's the one we wanted. You are so cute. Aster had always really loved the idea of space and learned a lot of science from her grandfather and always wanted to go to space with him. But of course, she was still kind of young when he passed. She ended up doing university from home and got very much ahead in her career because of that. She also became friends with who was essentially her boss, Janet. They were neighbors, and then the other neighbor, Royce, was a rocket scientist who worked closely with the Space Y, and she ended up falling in love with Royce, and that's how they got their 2 kids. Aster, in addition to being gender fluid, is asexual. And so she and Royce never did the woohooing activity in order to make the babies. They had science babies. And the one time they did science babies, they got twins. Twins definitely run in the family. Actually, when I got Flannery pregnant, she was pregnant with multiples. I had to literally tell it, no, you need to just choose one baby. I don't care what gender it is, because I'd always planned for this generation to be gender fluid. So regardless of the outcome, they were going to be gender fluid. And when I did that with MC Command Center, they decided that I was going to be born a female. And during her early years, Aster ended up being kind of dressed like Flannery's little doll. And, you know, Flannery sees appearances as very important. So she definitely wanted that to extend to her daughter. And then eventually she started confiding in her grandfather that she didn't really like being dressed the way that she was being dressed. It kind of made her feel uncomfortable. So she said that to her grandpa, and her grandpa finally went to his daughter and went, "Hey, princess, I love you, but you can't just dress Aster the way that you want her to dress anymore. She's getting older. You gotta let her make her own decisions at some point, be her own person. You turned out to be such a wonderful, wonderful leader because your mom and I let you make your own decisions, make your own mistakes, and now here you are." And Flannery did agree with that, so I'm still looking for the right hair for Aster. I'm having a lot of fun reminiscing because you can't see it, but I have like the biggest smile on my face while I'm talking about my Sims. I love my Sims so much. Sometimes I make a Sim and I just don't have that much of an attachment to them. But the Noberry family is extremely important for me. It's like they were my first family on my YouTube channel, and there's definitely the legacy I've gone the farthest with on my channel, and I love them so much. I have a lot of love for them, and I want them to I want all the best things for them. I want, obviously I want the drama, but I want the best things for them as well. I really need to decide on a hair. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one is always a goodie. Oh my gosh! And I am going to give you some piercings because while you are working in the lab quite a bit, I think you would be a little more free I mean, you do have some strict requirements as an astronaut, but it's definitely, I don't know, I felt that like Aster had already had these piercings and all that fun stuff. Wow, you're such a cute little guy. I feel like because Aster is gender fluid, maybe no facial hair. Or maybe we go with like, oh my god, that's adorable. I kind of love that. Like, it's a little darker than the cheese hair, but it works, you know? Okay, cool. And then I don't think Aster had any tattoos. I really need more tattoos on my Sims. I think my Plumgen Sophie is also going to be getting a tattoo. She is going to be I'm gonna go a little off the beaten path for her. I'm going to do some different things for her generation. I don't know, I just felt like tattoos didn't really fit for any of my Sims other than Zek. I don't know, I just really never thought that tattoos worked for any of my Sims. I don't think that Aster was into the idea of having one. I think Royce may have had some tattoos, but I don't remember. I think I'm gonna give you this. It's so perfect. It's kind of like the male version of what she was wearing anyway, so. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I can't stand it. Aster is just really, really cute in general. Oh man, I think male Aster is my favorite. There we go. See? Oh, those shoes are so cute. All right, and here is my fourth heir. Not my final for sure. Last but definitely not least is Brock. And he is one of the twins of Aster and Royce. And he is very much a himbo. So, his twin is female. So I feel like we're gonna just be seeing Roxy. But who knows? We'll take a look at that. She got that face card, that's for sure. Oh good, that's the tattoo stuck. So because it looks like we got both of those tattoos that stayed. Let me check. Is that the same tattoo? Because he does have tattoos. I don't think that's the same tattoo, but the leg tattoo is the same one. Let me check. So Brock was born by way of science, but we do actually have a couple of we have alien ancestry. Okay, so I do need to adjust the tattoo here, but so now we just have RBF a bit. I need to go back and see what skin detail I have on you, sir. She is incredibly pretty. Like, seriously. I've been very blessed with very, very pretty Sims. You definitely look a lot like your sister right now. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so Brock is kind of a himbo. He grew up with his childhood friend Tally, who was his first love, and he kinda, when he grew up, he was like, nah, that was just a childhood crush. And so he started dating other people to sort of try and forget that he was really just in love with his best friend the entire time. And so he had his first failed relationship. Technically, they didn't even get into a relationship, but it was very on again and like hot and cold on her end. And he was like ready to make things happen. and she just was not really committing. So we decided collectively that that was a first failed relationship for Brock, even though they didn't technically have a relationship. Then the second failed relationship was with a girl he met on Cupid's Corner named Joki. I did some looking into the sim and found out that she was made in the image of a chola. And that's like a subculture of Mexican women. And they're often thought of like not very kindly, I guess. I tried to be as respectful as I could with Joki, but she was jealous. And so when Callie finally moved in, which was something that Brock and Callie had been planning for ever since he moved out to Gibby Point, she started suspecting that the two of them might have been, you know, being together behind her back, especially since she lives with him. And he tried to tell her many times that there was nothing going on, and there really wasn't anything going on at the time anyway. And she just refused to believe any of it. So that was the second breakup. And then the third relationship was with Adrian, who is a sim that I made. And I was just sort of practicing some different skin detail styles and stuff with Adrian. And I didn't anticipate that I would love her so much, but I ended up absolutely adoring her. She wasn't intended to be like a forever romance option, but she did end up getting the neat trait because she did move in when she became pregnant with Brock's first child, Sheena, and that made her eligible to be like the forever partner, but she was never really intended to be the forever partner. So I was definitely conflicted there. Okio has some really cute, like, curly styles. The one thing that bothers me about those particular hairs is, hold on, let me show you. It's the texture up here. Like, it's kind of realistic, but there's something just really off about it. I think I kind of want to use this hair though. I like the curly hair. I think I'll do over one shoulder. And it does look really good with the face shape, which is the hardest part there. So, things ended with Joki, and then he had a very long relationship with Adrian, who was baby mama for his first daughter, Sheena. Callie, at the same time, got into a relationship with a guy named Dylan, who was very, you know, he came from a rich family. He basically was a my way or the highway kind of dude. And Callie ended up figuring that out, but only after she got pregnant with his son, Jay. She tried to tell him about the pregnancy. He did not handle it well. He started accusing her of cheating with Brock, and this is kind of like a constant thing throughout this entire generation. Like, both of them keep getting accused of cheating with their best friend, but nothing was happening. Adrian and Tali are like best friends, so she was there for her, and Brock basically said, well, if you don't want to step up and be the father that you should be, I'm going to be his father, even though I'm not biologically related to him. Obviously, we didn't know the gender of the baby at the time, but it did turn out to be a boy. So then Jay basically, he didn't formally adopt Jay until he was old enough to understand what that meant. But then the relationship with Adrienne broke down, not necessarily because of anything that they did. It was she got a job opportunity, and she had to move for it, but she also at the same time kind of recognized that Tally and Brock were meant to be together, and she wanted to give them a chance to make that work, because as much as she loves Brock and, you know, would love to stay with him, one, the distance would make that very difficult for them, and two, it's just she felt that she wanted to give him a chance to be with Tally because she really could feel that the two of them were meant for each other. They broke up and it was very amicable, and they're co-parenting very nicely. Literally, Adrienne comes to all of the holidays, all of the birthdays. She's very involved with her daughter, and Sheena is actually going to go move in with her when she becomes a young adult, because we have another kid on the way. Unexpected oopsie baby, but I'm not mad about it. We just have to make some room in the house because of it. I feel like she would wear like something loose, easy to move around in. So Brock did take a chance on Tally, and the two of them are now engaged, and they've had one child already, who is my Plumgen heir, Sophie, and they are preparing to welcome another kid together. I have not yet said what the name of that kid will be, but it is a boy. We do know that. I'm taking forever to figure this stuff out. It's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. I've had a lot of fun with Brock. I love him so much. He is my best himbo, and I know he's been such a fantastic father, and he's the one thing he has left to do in his generation is to get married to a neat sim. So he will be getting married to Tally, who does have the neat trait. I made sure that she did. So yeah, we're getting close to the end of Grey Gen, and that is honestly mind-blowing. The fact that I've been doing this series for over 3 years. We're almost on the 5th gen. We're almost halfway done. And that's wild, honestly. I have definitely had a lot of fun. I've learned a lot about how to go about making YouTube content. I am definitely not a professional at it, but it is something I've learned that I really enjoy doing. And I am happy that there's now over 350 of you guys here. Let's get some jewelry and makeup on you. I'm really excited to continue on with this. I'm excited to do more with Sophie as well. Since I don't have to focus so much on Brock right now, I'm able to focus more on the kid. I do want to go to school with Jay and see if we can set him and Sheena up with their futures. So you need a eyebrow piercing. You definitely have stuff that's like out of the way. These are the studs that Brock has. And then we need to find the eyebrow piercing. I feel like maybe I went with the one from Eco Lifestyle or something, or one of the in-game ones, even though they suck. Oh, I guess maybe I didn't, or I feel like that works a little better with the like, I think maybe I did go with the one from down here, but I don't know, something about the way it rests on the eyebrow is a little weird for me. So think I'm just gonna go with this for now, and then we'll go. Like, this isn't much better, but it's a little better at least. So, Brock is a slob. I never really envisioned like a female Brock would be that into makeup, but maybe like something super light. Like nothing super heavy. I don't think, like it's not that he's lazy or anything, just, you know, probably wouldn't want to wear anything that's gonna run during practice. This kind of works. I mean, I guess it would be kind of runny during practice, but you know what? I think I would go with just the lip shine. Maybe just the gloss. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Let's get you a necklace. And the one that Brock is wearing is this one, but I think we can go a little different. Maybe not that. I don't know. Maybe one of these, like in a light color. Maybe not that. I don't know. I guess this could always work too. Yeah, let's just go with the default one for that. Awesome. So very sporty vibes here. Love that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go and take some screenshots with all of them. So once again, here is male Zek Noberry. And here is female. Here is female Flannery. And male Flannery. Feminine framed Aster. Masculine framed Aster. Masculine Brock. Feminine Brock. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go and take some screenshots and put them at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really fun. I had a lot of fun reminiscing about my Sims in the Not So Berry challenge. These are just the first 4 of the generations. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8 coming up in the future. We're almost to 5. Sophie will be aging up soon, I hope. And we will be able to get on with her storyline a bit more, but she's got some stuff to do as a child first. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate any amount of time that you've spent with me today, whether it be a short time or the whole dang video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to help in my war against the YouTube algorithm and to keep up with whatever I'm doing on the channel. As of right now, my birthday is on Monday the 13th, and I will be doing a birthday stream on Sunday the 12th from 6 p.m. Pacific time to midnight on the 13th. And I would love it if you would join me at twitch.tv/Casinrain to come and celebrate with me. No pressure, or, you know, to sub or anything. Just, you know, it would be nice to have you there if you want to be. I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 as my current D&D character, who is the least seductive bard ever. You may recognize them from my Llamas and Legends attempt. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which should be Not So Berry, but it may be something else. Who knows? Bye!